I mean, those girls that I listened to yesterday from the CCN network,
Yeah.
Danny, Lisa, and the Lily Earth, they were from that symposium too. And they had some interesting stuff to say. And they were, because one of them's got the Morgellons, because they were talking about ascension symptoms, not quite the sneezing ones, more to do with this Morgellons. And their idea was, well, if it's coming out like that, then that's the body rejecting it. So they were going on about that Wave X, you know, it being like a trigger for all these nanobots that have been implanted in us to fucking wake up and smell the roses. But seriously, I mean, digging it, but just dig deep. Essence, essence, essence. It's your consciousness running the show no matter what.
Absolutely. That's what I actually really enjoyed about the symposium was the
Yes,
fact that they went on, like they went on, they talked about some really intriguing points of how they do mind control, how they use the technology on the human species. But they kept on going back, especially the women, they kept on going back about how everything is your choice. The more you connect to yourself, the more you connect to your heart. I always saw it as essence whenever they were talking about that.
exactly.
You can you can totally transmute everything and completely undo everything. That's all you have to do. It was so not fear mongering. It was
No.
very much
But this is
you
the
actually
thing about the whole idea of your own hologram, your own experience of the reality, however you want to fucking say it. It really is you deciding, you know. It's.
yes.
I remember when we were on the retreat, the dark room retreat. Jazz Maheen explained about this guy, and he was some kind of movie person, and he'd just got a role, and he'd signed on for this role, being at the weight and look he was. And when he was finishing the retreat, he was going straight off to work on this movie. But the contract was you got to look the way you look, you know, when you sign the contract. So he was worried about losing weight. So every day in this workshop, because it's dark room, but it was also, you know, prana, he was getting them to bring in scales to weigh himself and just flipping out constantly as the weight whittled away. Now, there was another guy there. Now, when you finish, what happens is you all go out into the daylight eventually. But what's funny is you don't know who you've been talking to because you've never seen them before. You just recognise them
Right.
in the voices.
Right.
There was one guy walking around trying to find this girl he'd had a really good connection with. But can you speak? Could you talk? Because, you know, like he had no way to recognise. Anyway,
Right.
so what happened was this guy had actually put on a kilo.
Oh. There we go.
This guy had actually put on a kilo, and the other guy had lost like 7 kilos.
Interesting.
And he was flipping out going, how did you do it? He goes, well, just didn't worry about it. I just let my body adjust, and I told it to feed it with prana and to eat like you normally would. Because he wasn't, what I'm saying is it controlled his experience. As the other guy's experience manifested exactly what he expected to happen. Well, I'm not eating, therefore, you know, I'm losing weight. And yeah, that was an interesting one with that. But I'm sort of more using it in the sense of, I mean,
You basically can control.
yeah, well, one man's poison's another man's fucking, you know, tincture of light.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything's a choice.
And I mean, I hear all the things like, you know, there's this, they've done that, and I keep thinking, I don't feel like that. But then because, you know, we've been sitting in this essence for a little while now, I'm sure when I feel like I'm back in the soup or when I'm having those, you know, experiences, yeah, I can feel it then, you know, but just staying in that essence, breath of life, whatever the fuck, you know, it's like I'm coping.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally understand that. It's very much, I don't even know what I was going to say. I had more perspective from that. Like on a personal note with what they were talking about, it felt incredible to hear these people speak about it because I was going through this little period recently where I thought, I'm fucking crazy. the things that I talk about, the things that we talk about, and it's really comparing
That's
myself.
the program, though. I told you. I just
Yes.
finished a dragon with Az this week. Shout out. And I was saying to him, now, there are going to be moments when you feel doubt. And I can almost tell you the tape that will play in your head. It goes like this. You're crazy. You are so crazy. You are so off the mark. You are insane. And at the same time, it shrinks everything that you feel, sense. And so there's only a big gap there. What do you fill the gap with? And then the panic sets in. That's how they get you. Doubt, fuck off.
Absolutely, and I felt it. So when I was really feeling it the last few days. I was really aware of it, and I thought this isn't something's not right. And so you're talking about the heat and how that's connected to Mother Earth and how that's.
Well, I think it's connected to her changes. As her core becomes alive and your core comes alive, the symbiosis that the two of you share.
Yes.
So all these volcanoes going off, get ready.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's kind of, to me, it's more that the dots are connecting.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Having had that experience of that symbiotic relationship with the mother, I can really see how when something happens with her, it happens with you too, and vice versa.
Total.
So, yeah, no, I dig that.
Total. Yeah, no, I reckon in my world, what I've seen is Moo Moo gets big. And as she grows, it's like this world is sort of inside her and it heals it in some way, shape or form. But she's expanding. And you know that crop circle, that one that had the circle, the square, the circle, the square one? That was kind of crazy because I was having that feeling at around the time that crop circle came. But yeah, no, I'm not worried. I'm fucking on it, Mimi's fine. She's fine. Even if they do have a big tsunami, hurry the fuck up before fucking schoolies.
Yeah, make something happen before it happens. And to kind of continue on that with the Moo thing, that woman Lily, she was saying how
her.
Yeah, she was lovely.
Yeah.
She was saying how that through her connection to Mother, she was getting that Mother Earth's plan is that we all wake up together and we all call the bullshit for what it is. But her plan is that everything that the AI is on this planet, including every little corner of that, it's like Mother Earth encases it and she heals it all in one go. That's her plan. Wow. And I found that to be really interesting. Yeah, that was in the first few hours of the symposium.
Because I liked what she'd said. That's the bit I missed. I liked it when she said that stuff about the elemental realm. I got the trust in her from that because I had the same experience. Like I'd witnessed what she was saying. So I'm saying now, I wonder if what she was saying. See, this is the thing, right? People are all going to say their things, but they're going to say it from their point of view and perspective. So knowing what I've seen, hearing the way she's described it, that could certainly fit. So what I mean is it's like people should try and look at the similarities instead of the fucking differences.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like I dug what they were saying about AI. I just didn't think AI had sentience because my version of sentience is like a soul spark, a connection to source.
Yeah.
So that was terminology. But I mean, apart from that, I liked it. It was good.
Yeah. I thought so too.